But lambskin is just something about it. It's milky leather that makes you like just love everything about it. It's so soft. Hey y'all, my name's Taylor. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. For the longest, for as long as I can remember, I've had a passion for fashion. I love all things fashion. I'm so passionate about it. And in my channel, I'm going to be talking about luxury. If that's something that you're interested in, all things luxury designer brands, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe and join this journey with me. I'd really appreciate it. For example, this dress right now, I don't know if you like it, but it's from Zimmerman. I received so many compliments on it today, and every time I wear it, this is one I'm definitely going to keep repeating until it gets a little cooler out here, because I love this dress and I definitely recommend it to anyone who is interested in it. But in this video, we're going to talk about two Chanel handbags. They're both small classic flaps, but we're comparing the leathers, lambskin or caviar. Which one I would recommend for a first-time buyer of a Chanel classic flap handbag. So let's get right into it. Okay, this white small Chanel classic flap 21S collection, champagne gold hardware. I know I'm talking about it like I love it because I love her, okay? This is my baby. This is a bag that I honestly wasn't expecting to get. I reached out to an SA that I had communicated to once before about a bag. She didn't have it in stock. We never communicated again. We never met each other in person. I know now classic flaps cannot be mailed, but at the time, a year ago, they could be. So I actually asked her for the medium white gold classic flap with caviar hardware, and she offered the small, and I didn't even know until last year that they had a small classic flap. I'm like, okay. I got it and I loved it. For reference, I'm 5'1", so a small classic flap is actually perfect for me. But I do have mediums, but that's something that we can talk about in another video. But right now, I just wanted to compare this caviar to my small classic flap. I know, once I got one small, I didn't stop. A small classic flap in the caramel. This is the 22S caramel, 21S, 22S. This is lambskin leather. So this beauty here is 22S. It's actually lambskin leather. It's a small and it's champagne gold hardware. This bag was also one that was shipped as well before the new rules and quota bags. I was actually able to get this from an SA that I shopped with before. She shared this with me and I quickly picked it up. This is a caramel color that I've sought after for a long time, as well as with the whites. It's the white and the caramel that just really, I love everything about both of these colors actually. And this lambskin leather, what I can say comparing the two, the lambskin is actually very delicate. When I wore this bag only one time, and you always have to wrap up the chains, what I did was I always use the plastic, actually paper that the bag came with to wrap it up so it doesn't have indentations. But in the inside of the bag, it actually had an indentation right here. I don't know if you can see from the zipper at the top. And it's also because I know this isn't lambskin leather here, but the lambskin, it's very delicate. You actually have to be very careful with it. As far as the caviar, you do not have to baby this bag. This bag, it's been time since I've gotten something on it. I want to say maybe lipstick or something, and I just wiped it off with a baby wipe. And this is a white bag, which I don't recommend you wearing dark colored denim with it because it will have color transfer on this bag that you do not want. I believe Chanel may fix that. I'm not sure. I haven't run into that problem, but that's something that you would reach out to your SA about. When comparing the lambskin and the caviar, if you are not hard on your bags, the lambskin, it looks more luxurious than the caviar. The caviar, it'll always be luxurious because it's Chanel, it has the 2 C's, we know it's Chanel. But lambskin is just something about it. It's milky leather that makes you just love everything about it. It's so soft. And For a first-time buyer, myself, my first Chanel classic flap was in 2017, a black medium classic flap in Caviar leather, and it was actually $4,900, which I know, if you know the price right now, that's a trip. It's mind-boggling. It's crazy. But comparing that bag still looks brand new, and it's 2022. Now, I know this bag years from now will still look that way. I'm not sure. I know that vintage bags that I've seen of Lambskin, Chanel, the quilting on the lambskin leather for vintage handbags is deflated. I know others do like that look of the bag, and you can't get a vintage Chanel bag like these new bags. You know, the vintage Chanel bags has the 24 karat gold. All around is just a better bag. Eventually that will happen with the lambskin, and that's something that you do want to take into account. I know that the resale value of the Caviar classic flaps, they are better than the lambskin because it's going to always look brand new. So for example, with this lambskin bag as well, I'm not sure if you can see, I'm going to put this one down. Lambskin, it's so soft and delicate that it's even some little like stretching here. Now I assure you, after I wear this bag, I wrap it up. I don't allow the chains to touch, which is something that you want to do. Also, any type of like felt that they gave me, I put that in as well. Put that here so it doesn't touch or cause any indentations. But because the lambskin is so sensitive, it's just like little, I guess, wearing or pulling, like how your leather seats in your car may look. You know, when it wears a little bit over time, that's kind of like how the lambskin looks. It does not look bad. It still looks luxurious, but it does have, it's not that fresh lambskin look when you first get it. But that's also just something to consider with the lambskin. It's actually so sensitive that there's certain things that you wouldn't even be able to think back on how this even got here, because it's truly just sensitive. It's just wear and tear, the lambskin leather. Whereas Caviar, I've had this bag since April. I've had this bag for over a year now, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's no scratches. It's nothing on the side of this bag. There's no pulling at the leather. It's like the first day I unboxed it. You don't have to baby it. It's actually like really hard. If you can hear that, it's like a pebbled leather. So also in the inside is the same as well. It's grainy here, and it doesn't leave any indentations like in this flat part. In the classic flaps, they do have this single flap right here that'll go over it, and this grainy part isn't indented like my lambskin leather. And in the inside, because this is a 21S bag, it does have the authenticity card in here, whereas my other bag has actually the chip. But you don't have to baby this bag. Even when I lifted it up just now, you can kind of see when I lifted it up, it had like a little wrinkle here, but when you close it back up, it's gone. With the lambskin, that's something that you'll have to be careful with, but I do the same thing with this one as well. As far as putting it in the bag, I do put it in the dust bag and not the box. I was told that by my sales associate at Prada, putting bags in the boxes can actually dry rot them. I just wouldn't recommend putting it in there for a long period of time. If you do that, just keep it in the dust bag, keep it aired out, because you do not want these expensive bags to dry out because they've been in a box. You know, take care of them, but try to eliminate that box if you can. So y'all, before I give you my final thoughts, which one would you recommend, or which one would you prefer? Comment below and let me know. Me, myself, personally, for a first-time Chanel buyer, I do recommend the Caviar leather. You are going to get your money's worth. It's something that you do not have to baby, that you can wear often, and it'll still look brand new year and year and year again. And by getting your money's worth, you can wear it all the time. You don't have to worry about the leather scratching. You don't have to worry about the delicacy of it, it getting dented or anything of that nature. You want to actually get your money's worth, especially because this is a bag that is not cheap. You've spent your time saving up your money for this. You want to wear it all the time, and I understand. Wear that bag, sis. Save up that money for that Caviar leather. If you ever decide that you wanted to sell that bag, the Caviar leather does maintain or does have a higher resale value. because it's always going to look intact unless you're just harder on your bags, but it's actually going to be a really, really good investment as well. Lambskin, if ever in the future, if you're ever able to buy another one, I do recommend it just to have in your collection, but not as a first time Chanel buyer, because you do have to baby it. It is something that might get indented or scratched or a little bruised, and that's something that you do or you can reach out to your Chanel SA for in the event that that happens with either of your bags. Lambskin just looks really good. So y'all, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe.